day 1 year ago, a 9-year-old boy was killed in a child abuse case that would lead to sweeping changes across the state. That boy, Omaree Varela, was kicked to death by his mother. Tonight, he was remembered. News 13's Cole Miller was at the vigil. He's here with that story. Cole?
Alex, that vigil took place at the cemetery where Omaree is buried. Friends, family, and even complete strangers showed up tonight to honor him.
Omaree was a little boy, never went out much to play.
That little boy cried for help. A 911 call tipped off police last June. If you listen, you can hear the voice of Omaree Varela's father, Stephen Casaus. Officers responded and cleared the parents, but never listened to that call, despite a dispatcher's plea.
Everybody's sick around you, Omaree. Everybody. You make me and your mom sick, man.
That was just one of many contacts police and CYFD had with the family. 6 months later, Omaree was killed at the family's home. His mother, Cynthia Varela Casaus, was arrested, telling reporters she kicked him.
It was an accident. I was disciplining him and I kicked him the wrong way. It was an accident.
I think everything could have been done different.
Tonight, 1 year after his death, friends, family, and even strangers gathered to remember him.
Why don't you love your son?
They released balloons into the sky and lit candles as they shared stories.
I just feel his voice needs to carry on. Like, it's sad it took his life to get the state's attention.
Luminarias lined the way to Omaree's headstone. It was covered with Christmas decorations and stuffed animals.
I hope he gets the justice he deserves.
And at this time, Cynthia Varela Casaus is set to go to trial next year. Stephen Casaus was just in court a few weeks ago where he was supposed to make a plea deal. That didn't happen, though. Alex, back to you.
Okay, Cole, thanks. The Omaree Varela case has had a big impact in the years since that little boy was killed. It cost one officer his job and led to changes in how the state and city now deal with child abuse cases. 3 APD investigations and 9 CYFD referrals were not enough to save Omaree Varela. That brought both agencies under intense scrutiny and led to a lot of questions. Some wondered if they were on the same page.
It makes no sense for an officer and caseworker to investigate the same incident and never share notes.
That was one of the changes Governor Susana Martinez ordered in the wake of the Omaree case, requiring CYFD caseworkers to seek out police reports. Also,
for any family in New Mexico that has faced 2 CYFD investigations, I am directing CYFD to perform a supervisory level review of every subsequent CYFD investigation.
As for APD, a city task force found the department needed better child abuse training for officers and updated policies. An even bigger change was proposed statewide, Omaree's Law. It would have made it easier for CYFD to take custody of kids in suspected abuse cases. So much easier, CYFD estimated 5 times more kids would have been removed from their homes.
I think we all agree that it's better to be overly protective of our children.
Not everyone was on board.
I was a little bit worried about the fact that some children might be unduly traumatized and removed from their homes unnecessarily.
While Omaree's Law passed the House, it died in the Senate without a vote. Just recently, Governor Martinez announced CYFD Secretary Yolanda Bermúdez was being replaced by current State Tourism Secretary Monique Jacobson. It's unclear if the Omaree case played a role in that decision.